How I made this West Coast banger with a $1 drum plugin. It's your guy Brahma, and in this video I'm gonna break this West Coast banger down all the way from sound to sound, track by track, so you can see how I made it, and I'm gonna show you the secret sauce of how I use this banging $1 drum tank plugin. Right, you see it on the screen now, and this plugin is so powerful. It's worth more than $1. I could sell this for $100 or more, but I'm giving it to producers right now for $1 with access, a 30-day free trial into my Ape Army, my private music producer community. So check it out. I'm leaving the link in the description so you could check out the whole thing. When you go to the page, you'll see in the video I go into way more detail about what this is really all about. But this plugin is so powerful that it's locked within the Ape Army. I'm not ever putting it out to the public. You got to be a troop in the Ape Army to get your hands on this. Okay, let's get to the banger. Okay, that's the track. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and break down everything I use. We're going to start with the drums like always. And as I said, I've been using this plugin for every beat now just because the drums are already processed. I don't got to try to tweak or do nothing to them. And they're standard right now. Like this drum tank plugin should be the standard right now. And I say that because all of the drums are, you got modern drums, you got 90s style drums in here. You could do anything you want. You could do trap, you could do G-Funk, you could do modern West Coast, like on some DJ Mustard type vibe. You could do, like I said, trap, EDM, R&B. You could do neo soul. This is a very universal drum plugin. That's why it's dangerous. Okay, so let's play the drums. I'm gonna solo everything out. Let me move this to the side. And there are 8 drum tracks in here. Right? Just groovy. They're clean, man. Analog process. That's why they got that bang to them, if you're wondering. They've been ran through SSL channel strips. Listen to that clap. Right? If you got that same clap sound, I guarantee you it's not hitting like this one, man, unless you ran it through some outboard gear the way I did. Hi-hat, crispy clean. Right? Then we got some open hi-hats right there. Some shakers, right? We got some percussion. Kick. That kick is knocking. I only used a few drum kits out of this drum tank plugin to bring this banger to life, man. And as you hear, the sounds are already knocking. You can get this plugin for $1. I left the link in the description. If you go to that page, it explains everything, how you can get it, what it's really about. So let's play this next sound. This is the Blackalicious bass. Now, this is made with the Gangstar plugin, which is an Apeshyt plugin. I designed this plugin for G-Funk beats. So it's straight up G-Funk. It's branded for G-Funk type vibes. You could do other things with it. You could do R&B, you could do some EDM, but it's really for that G-Funk sound. You could do modern West Coast with it too, because modern West Coast was created from it spawned off of G-Funk. G-Funk is the foundation, just like P-Funk is the foundation of G-Funk, right? You got to follow the tree. That's the blunt bass. That's funky, man. It's stinking up the room. Okay, so you got that. Then you got the Gold Flakes pluck, which is also part of the Gangstar plugin. You'll see I use that a lot on this beat. And I layered it with this 8-ball pad. This 8-ball pad is also in the Gangstar plugin. I wanted to give the plucks like something to lay on, right? Something to float on. And that pad is just floating on by. So now if I do a breakdown and I take out the plucks and you just hear the pad floating, it's gonna be dope. So here's Butterscotch keys. These are actually from the Soulstar plugin, which is another Apeshyt plugin. This plugin right here, Soulstar plugin, was built for like that neo soul kind of sound. You got all kind of sounds in it: acoustic guitars, basses, keys, organs, and they all give that soulful vibe. Like you could produce a track for Common or Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill using this mug. Even modern neo soul artists like Alex Isley, perfect example. So here's an Arcane Choir. This is from the Con Choir plugin. So this Con Choir plugin is built with all choir kind of sounds, right? There's even some bonus sounds in here, some leads and stuff and plucks. But for the most part, it was built around the choir sounds. So I wanted to give this a choir kind of feel. Something symphonic. Right? Real quick, man. Just something to give it that, to wake up that lead instrument, that pluck. So if you hear them all together, you'll hear what they're doing. They're playing in harmony. And that choir is just emphasizing the hits. That's another great plugin to use, speaking of hits, for sting outs in television film music. Right? And then we got the Talk Box, which is the Apeshyt box plugin, which was built with a real talk box sounds. These are real talk box sounds resampled and ran through analog gear to give them that fat warmness. So check these out. Crazy, right? That's what it is, man. So that's the whole beat. You've heard it. Like I said, it wouldn't have happened without that drum plugin. I left a link in the description to where you can grab that plugin for $1 right now. And also, I'm leaving the description. In the description, I'm leaving links to each one of these plugins to the Con Choir, the Gangstar, and the Soulstar, so you can check those out. There's a whole arsenal of Apeshyt plugins that you definitely want to check out as well. But let's play this beat back one more time. Now that you've heard every instrument, now you're going to listen from a different perspective now that you've been made aware of everything that went into this beat. There you have it, man. Let me know how you feel about the track in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe, so you can help us build this tribe. That's what it's about, man. Producers, we are a community, and it's best to come together. That's why with this Drum Tank plugin for $1, I'm giving you free access into my Ape Army, my private music producer community, where we're all coming together to build, to get feedback, to sharpen each other. Iron sharpens iron, and that's what it's really about, man. I think that that's what we're missing in this day and age of being music producers. Back in the day, you had more camaraderie. You had more musicians getting together to create the music. Producers, we became lone wolves. So now, lone wolves, let me say that. I said wolves. Lone wolves, and we've been in isolation. So I want to bring us back together so that we can create something bigger than ourselves. That's where the Ape Army comes in. So make sure you grab the Drum Tank plugin and check out the 30-day trial that you get access to once you grab the plugin. Okay. Also, check out this video right here if you haven't seen it yet, where I go into detail and I go sound by sound inside the Drum Tank plugin and show you everything that you could do with it and why it's so powerful. Check it out right here.